For American soldiers on the front line, the reality of death is never far, and it can come in an instant. IEDs, or improvised explosive devices like this, have taken a deadly toll on soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan, and it is what claimed the life of 24-year-old Army Specialist Christian Romig of Kenner, Louisiana, on January 5th in Afghanistan. A few days later, on a cold, windy day, videographer David Gordon and I were on the flight line at Dover Air Force Base as Romig's body arrived back on U.S. soil. His body rests inside a flag-draped aluminum transfer case just outside the plane that carried him to the United States. This is the beginning of what's known as a dignified transfer, the somber ceremony for a fallen hero. It is a scene that sadly happens often, at any time of day or night, rain or shine. Romig served in the Army. An Army Honor Guard makes its way to the plane. They, along with a chaplain and 2 senior officers, will solemnly and with precision make sure the remains are moved from the plane to a waiting vehicle and then to the nearby Dover Air Force Base mortuary. Press coverage of dignified transfers was reinstated in April of 2009. It had been banned since 1991 by the administration of George Herbert Walker Bush. The Defense Department has always denied it, but it is believed that this scene on CNN led to the ban.
The president's in excellent health.
The president joking about his health with the White House press corps. Unbeknownst to him, CNN was simultaneously showing the arrival at Dover of a fallen soldier from the Panama invasion. Family members are often present for the dignified transfer, but not today. The precision and perfection here are just the beginning of a whirlwind couple of days to get Romig's body home to Louisiana for burial. Officials say much of what happens here was accurately portrayed in the HBO film Taking Chance, starring Kevin Bacon.
Ready?
The soldiers' remains are positively identified, an autopsy is conducted, personal effects are carefully cataloged and barcoded, the body is cleaned up and prepared for burial, all within 72 hours. 150 people work here in what can be a real emotional battlefield. WBOC was the first TV crew allowed inside the inner workings of the mortuary, which has played a role in so many U.S. tragedies. The Wall of Honor is just inside the entrance. Nearby, the motto here, dignity, honor, respect. We were allowed only inside the uniform shop where, once the measurements of the body are taken, the final uniform for burial is assembled.
We'll get the information, awards, decorations, name, their rank, any other kind of function badges that belongs on their uniform. We'll build it and we'll place it in here.
Each cubicle represents someone who has been killed. It is pretty quiet on this day, but a deadly day in Iraq or Afghanistan translates into busy times here.
We've had where it's all full. We've had it where we've had to bring a table to lay out this information because we'll have inbound, in-house, waiting on shipment back home to their loved ones.
The emphasis here is on perfection.
This is the last uniform they're going to wear, and we try to do everything perfect. So we cannot make no mistakes up here. It has to be 100% perfect by the time it goes to the families.
No matter if the family can't see it, it's pristine. I mean, a thread, a little mark that may be on the shirt is going to be corrected before it's placed on the remains.
And on this wall, which is just the Army's, some 1,500 badges, crests, and ribbons. It can be stressful work, perhaps even more stressful for Army Reserve Sergeant Joseph Green, who is the liaison with the families of the fallen.
Well, we approach it very gently. Definitely have to have a lot of compassion for what we do. We just try to be as supportive as we can be with the family and making sure that while they're here in Dover, that, whatever their needs may be, that we can try to accommodate.
Green is often joined by Chaplain Charles Wallace to comfort the families.
I'm here to be present with them in a very difficult time in their life. And we hug them if they need a hug. We put our arm around them. I pray with them. Basically, from beginning to end, while they're here at Dover to see the dignified transfer, we walk with them and we're present.
And Wallace also helps to counsel the men and women here who deal with death on a daily basis.
One of the phrases that I hear frequently is, I keep thinking I'm going to wake up and none of this is real.
It is a stressful, gut-wrenching job done, I say, by unsung heroes in our own backyard who many people on Delmarva don't even know about.
This is my job, and I'm going to do it the best that I can do for the heroes that are coming home.
Heroes like Christian Romig, who paid the ultimate price and received dignity, honor, and respect in Dover on their final journey home.